Hi, everybody. This is Tana Meyer with Proverbial Homemaker, and today I am going to do a demonstration for you for the Skill Track system. And I've kind of done this weird little hack so that I can try to screen share for you and show you the inside of Skill Track and still be able to see your face and say hi. So I'm hoping it works. So bear with me for a second. I had some technical difficulty, of course, which is why I'm a little late popping on, but I just want to make sure you can see and hear me. So I'm looking on my phone now. If you can see and hear me, my face, please say hello. And I just want to make sure that you guys can hear and see what I'm saying. And then I'm going to give you a few announcements and a few little tips about Skill Track, and then we'll jump right into the live demo. So hopefully you can see me. I see Tracy has joined us. That's good. Hi, Adele. Okay, good. So hopefully you can see me. Okay, so here are a few things. In case you don't know yet what Skill Track is a life skills program for families and homeschools that helps you as a parent to be able to teach your kids life skills. So we've been using this for a while now, and we found it really helpful. We just did a few days ago a Facebook Live video with an interview with Andrew and Sarah Elizabeth, the creators of Skill Track. So I'll make sure I link to that after this is over so you guys can check that out if you missed it. And I want to mention a few things. As you watch this, you might say, oh, I want to get that. And so there are a few things you want to be aware of. First of all, Skill Track is giving Proverbial Homemaker readers through February, so just a little while longer, the ability to get 15% off any of the Skill Track products. And you can do that by using code Homeschool Success, and I'll give you the link for you to be able to claim that. But basically, other than lifetime membership, you can get the software membership for monthly, quarterly, or annually for 15% off, or you can get the Skill Track download bundles. And I'll explain those to you a little bit. But for now, just know that you can get 15% off through the end of February. So keep that in mind. The other thing is right after I log off on this Facebook Live, I'm going to jump into our Homeschool Successfully Facebook group and post a flash giveaway for you guys to get a chance to win one of the Skill Track Express bundles of your choice. So they have been the sponsors, they have been wonderful sponsors all month for the Homeschool Successfully Facebook group. So we are going to go in there, and they're hosting one last flash giveaway. So I'll give you guys a link for that as soon as this is over. And then you will get a chance also to win 1/4 of the software program I'm going to show you today. You have a chance to win that in the blog post that we have a giveaway running from Skill Track. So I will leave the link for you to that. So you have lots of opportunities to try out Skill Track, to win it, to get it at a discount. And hopefully this demo will give you guys lots of clarity. I've gotten lots of awesome questions about it. Okay, so let me check my notes to make sure I don't miss something. All right, so basically there's two ways to use Skill Track. You can get the software, which is what we use. It's an online system where you go in, and for all your kids, when you buy a subscription to Skill Track, no matter what the subscription, you get it for the whole family, which is really nice for large families like ours. We have 6 kids, and so it's nice to be able to use it for all of our kids. You can use it from ages 5 up to 18 or even older, but we even use it for our younger kids. We just adapt it as needed. It just includes more hands-on from the parents. And basically the way it works is there's 3 levels. There's Trailblazers, which is ages 5 to 13. There's 5 to 8. Rock Hoppers, which is ages 9 through 12. And then ages 13 and up is Cragsmen. So we have kids in 2 levels right now, the Trailblazers and the Rock Hoppers, and they've been really enjoying it. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works. The Skill Track Express bundles, those I haven't used, and those came from requests from parents. They didn't want to get the whole software program. They just wanted to have downloadable bundles. So you can buy those bundles. They're usually seasonal, and you can buy one for whichever level you prefer. And they come with all of the PDFs that I'm going to show you, and they come with like a printable of the awards chart or the nugget chart, which I'll also show you in a minute. But it's basically a printable version of the software. We definitely prefer the software, and the kids really love it. So if you can, I would suggest the software. All right, so I got a few questions I wanted to answer. First of all, I've addressed one, is this for the whole family? You guys can feel free to ask me questions. I'll look here on my phone. If I don't catch them during this Facebook Live, I'll make sure I answer them later. But one of the questions says, can you use it for the whole family? And yes, you can. You can use it for the whole family. Sorry, hold on. I want to try to make sure I get your questions. Okay, hi everybody. So I'll try to watch for questions. So you can use it for the whole family. One really good question I got was, how is this program any different than just making a list myself of skills that I want my kids to learn, and then, you know, like looking for YouTube videos or just figuring out myself? That's a really good question, because obviously we don't want to spend money if it's not, you know, adding value. For me, SkillTrack definitely adds value for several reasons. First of all, I know I want to teach these skills to my kids. You know, there's so many, there's over 500 lessons in SkillTrack, and it just keeps growing, and you get access to all the future lessons too. So it just keeps growing. And there are so many things I think, oh, I didn't even think of teaching my kids that. Or I realized, well, they could really use some reinforcement in that area. Or the SkillTrack program teaches it in just a slightly different way, and it just kind of refreshes it for my kids and makes it more, I don't know, they just learn it better. You know, they've learned it from a few different angles. So I find that really valuable. Also, of course, I can come up with a list and videos myself, but honestly, I probably won't carry through on them. The reality is that I'm a busy mom. I'm a busy homeschooling mom. I have lots of kids. I have lots of balls to juggle. And SkillTrack really makes it easy and accessible, and my kids enjoy it so much that they ask for it. So that makes it more, you know, easier to be consistent with it. My husband likes to get involved in it because there's a lot of skills in there. It's not just like cooking and cleaning. There's a lot of skills in there that my husband really enjoys. So the nice thing is, you know, my husband wants to be involved in teaching these skills to my kids, but, you know, he's tired and we don't always think of it. It's just not on our radar all the time. And of course he teaches them things, but he likes it if I happen to have a SkillTrack, you know, lesson, or my kids happen to bring it up and say, hey daddy, would you teach me how to oil the squeaky hinge? I'm learning it for SkillTrack. And then he gets involved. And if it's not something he's familiar with, most stuff like that he is, but if it's not something he's familiar with, he has the video lesson and the PDF from SkillTrack to help him to be able to teach those to his kids. So he really enjoys that. It's sort of like having, you know, Boy Scouts or whatever, except in an easier format for us. So almost all of the lessons have videos, and all of them do have PDFs. So you don't have to print the PDFs out. We usually don't, but you can if you want to. Let's see. That's how we use SkillTrack. So the other thing that really helped me to be consistent was I wasn't sure if I would be able to find the time to even fit this in, as easy as it is to use, to fit this into our weekly schedule. And what we, you know, a couple years ago, we landed on doing a home blessing day. So what we do is every Saturday we use for catching up on housework and schoolwork, and we use that for skills training. And so a little bit every Saturday we sit down and we go through our SkillTrack stuff. And often we'll end up doing SkillTrack stuff throughout the week, or certainly in practicing the lessons we've learned. But that's usually when we open up the program, you know, see what next skills we're going to learn, look at the PDFs, watch the videos, things like that. And that has really helped us stay consistent. So that's how I use that. I just wanted to answer that question real quick. All right, so I am going to show you guys a demo of SkillTrack. And again, I'll watch my phone to see if you guys have any questions as they come up, but don't worry, I will answer them if I miss them for this time. All right. Okay, so when you log into SkillTrack, this is what you're going to see. First of all, so I'm logged in right now, but there's a few things that you're going to see even when you're not logged in, and I want to point these out real quick. Down here you have the take a tour. This I would definitely recommend exploring, because after you watch this with me, you know, enter the giveaways and all that stuff and check out the links, you're going to want to look at this. It gives you just a little bit more information about what's involved with SkillTrack. And it gives you some demo videos you can watch for each level. So I find that pretty helpful. And then it gives you their own demo of the software you can check out. So definitely look at that, and I'll leave you the link for that. Okay, and then the other thing is the FAQ. The FAQ, you know, you're going to want to find more information about this probably. A lot of the stuff I've already explained to you is in there, but you'll find more details. So if you have questions, check that out. Up here, what you're looking at is, this has been up for a while, but up here what you're looking at is your kids have the option after they've mastered a skill to submit a picture of themselves mastering that skill. And these are all optional. You don't have to submit pictures if you don't want to, but my kids do, and they really enjoy it. And of course I help them with that process because a parent has to be involved in actually marking a skill complete and verifying that the child has actually learned it. So my kids love watching these. Down here, you'll see the guides. If you click on this, it will give you more information about it. I told you there's 3 levels. So there's the Trailblazers, which are the littlest kids. So they've got this little raccoon. I think it's Jasper. Roland is the bear. And then Balthazar is the Cragsman. It's just a little fun mascot. My kids really, I mean, they're just on there, but my kids really enjoy those guys. Okay, so the way you use the program is the way I use it most often is you have the parent portal and the tracker dashboard up at the top here. So if you click on parent portal, this area is password protected because you don't want your kids going in there and messing with things. So you'll see these are my kids, and I've got 10 all the way down to 2. He's actually 3 now, I guess, but you can edit their profile. You can change. You can manage the task manager, and I'll show you that in a minute. Up here on the top left, if you wanted to add a child, change passwords, go to your customer information, remove a child, those kind of things. That's where you would go. So the way when you go in, real quick, I know it's going to load the task manager, but if you go in to edit their profile, I won't show you that, but basically you can upload a picture of them and enter just some little details about them, like their birthday and things like that. And here is where you would manage their tasks. So the way it works is each child at their level has a set of tasks that they can be working on. And you as the parent can remove them and you can add them. You can mark them complete here from the task manager if you want. If you scroll down, you'll see bonus tasks. The levels have bonus tasks where you can do extra things, securing the home, simple hairstyles. There's such a variety of these skills to choose from. Going fishing, you can see the little nugget icon here will tell you the type of skill that they are learning. Prepares clothes for washing. It has character development things like apologizing properly. A lot of these things are simple. Like my son knows how to do some microwave cooking, but maybe there were some safety things I didn't necessarily think to mention to him. So I tend to go through these bonus tasks and legacy tasks with them. Plus it gives them just this boost of confidence to see that they can complete these things well. And, they may learn something in the process. And if you scroll down even farther, there are legacy tasks. And legacy tasks are like, my son is my oldest is in the rock hopper. Am I saying that right? Anyway, he's in the middle level. So there are tasks maybe from the lower level that he hasn't learned quite well or that he needs some reinforcement. Those are the legacy tasks. So basically, if you start your kid in the middle level or the top level, you don't miss out on being able to use all the previous level tasks. So that's what these are. You can search them here if you're looking for something specific. Each level or each type of task has them. If you click on these, I believe that opens the PDF so you can take a look at the lesson itself. And then, so you can add and remove them and you can complete the task. And that's basically what that looks like. Up here, you can search by category. So you can see the different categories up here, all the skills available in Skill Track. There's gardening, water skills, technology, 911 and health, recreation, outdoors, dressing, organization, financial, manners and etiquette, crafts, maintenance and automobile, hygiene, housekeeping, childcare, cooking, current events, and topical. There are a lot of skills in here, and they just keep growing. I'm always seeing more added. It's really exciting. A lot of times you'll see stuff in there added for the holidays too. So I love that. So that's the parent portal. That's basically it. It's pretty simple, and that is a blessing. So let's look at the Trekker dashboard. This is what your kids will see when they go to their dashboard. So this is my son's dashboard. You can see here's a picture of him. His name is Jared, he's 10 years old. Of course, you don't have to add a picture if you don't want to, but we do. Shows what level he is. It shows the nugget board, and the nugget board is basically as they earn their nuggets, they get these little icons or nuggets added, and they really like to watch these fill up. And if you hover over them, it tells them what they are. So that's fun. You could even set maybe a little challenge, if you finish this row or if you finish this type or whatever, then they get an extra reward. The messages, they get basically messages from the system admin congratulating them when they win a nugget or when they earn a nugget. Here they can edit their profile if they want. So here is where they actually do the lessons. And what I usually do with my kids at this age, when they're older, there's things that they can do that are a little bit more independent, is with my 10-year-old, I'll read through some things with him. We'll pick one to work on for the coming week, and we might read through some of the things and look at the video together, and he does whatever he can independently, and then if he needs my help, I work with him on it. But most of it involves at least some sort of touch point with me as the parent to teach them and help them. And obviously that depends on their level. So here's one that we just finished. Here's making oatmeal. And he kind of knew how to make oatmeal, but I hadn't really showed him how to do it on the stovetop. So we went ahead and went through this. So I'm going to show you how we completed this. So it gives you a little bit of information here about the task making oatmeal. And if you click the read more, it will give you the PDF. It tells what you have to do to earn the nugget. So to earn this nugget on 2 separate mornings, they have to cook the oatmeal for anyone who wants it for breakfast. So this isn't just, they don't just read the PDF or watch the video. They have to actually do these things, prove to you that they did these things. And often it's like, like 1 or 2 or 3 times they have to do them to show mastery of them. When you click open lesson, it'll open the PDF. I'll show you the PDF in a minute. And when you click view video, it opens a window where it will show you a little bit more information and then the video. So they can watch the video here. We won't watch it right now, but they always like watching the video, even for the simple ones. And then they can complete the task. So when they open the PDF, this is the example for oatmeal. And it's sort of like you could print this out and fold it down the middle here, and it's like a little pamphlet if you want. Some of them are longer than others. Obviously, this one's pretty simple, so it's shorter. So it gives you information about the skill they're trying to learn. It shows you the icon for the type, for cooking skills. It gives you the steps for them to follow to make the oatmeal. And then it reminds them what they have to do in order to earn the nugget right there. Okay? So we usually just keep these on a folder on our computer so that they can use it for review. And then down here, this is with their own task manager. You have, as the parent, customize what they will see in here. They can choose, there's a whole lot in here right now because I was playing around with stuff. Usually I give my kids like between 3 and 5 just to not overwhelm them. But I do like to give them a little bit of variety from different areas that they have different ones to pick from. So, survival Spanish, handling money and giving change, stranger danger, etc. So as you choose these things, as you click on them, then the top up here changes. The information on how to do it, and the obviously it will open up a different video and lesson. So that's how that works. It's pretty easy to navigate. And then so when you go back down here, it has the go to task manager. When it says go to task manager, that will open up your parent task manager. And again, it's password protected, so your kids can't get into there to mess with their stuff. Okay, so oatmeal. To complete this task, we click on complete task, enter the password. So here he's completing the task. It says congratulations. It gives him a couple spots to be able to put an image if you want to, although it's not required. And here is the picture we took. So I mean, you can only see your pictures, access your pictures. And there he is. There's Jaron making oatmeal for his family. This is actually the 3rd time for stovetop, and that is it. So then we click submit, and it says, are you sure? Once you submit a task, it's not available on your list anymore. So you say yes, and that's it. They have earned it. And so now this will show up on, so it removes it from this list, and it will show up on their nugget board when they have it. So that is how Skill Track works. Let me see if I can pop back up. That is how Skill Track work. I hope that makes a lot of sense. It's pretty simple, but it's really powerful. There's so much content in there to choose from, so many lessons. I love the fact that the parents can control all of what their kids access as far as lessons. And let me know if you have any questions. So don't forget, right after this, I'm going to post a link over to our Homeschool Successfully group where we're going to put a flash giveaway where you can download or where you can win a Skill Trek Express download bundle of your choice. So that's basically the Skill Trek software in a PDF form, in a printable form. Obviously, it's just a subset of all the lessons. It's just a handful of them, but it's also a great way to do it, especially if you don't have access to, a great internet connection or something like that. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Please let me know if you have any more questions. And I think that's it. Don't forget to take advantage of the 15% off coupon because that ends at the end of February, and it's a great deal on SkillTrack. Thanks, guys. Bye. Now I need to find out how to get out of here. Otherwise, you guys are just going to be watching me all day with my in our schoolroom. All right.